Max had, they called it a threat, but it wasn't a threat, it was an episode. They said Max threatened his roommate. And I asked him, exactly what did he do? They said Max took the bed and lifted the whole bed up off the floor and slammed it down and told his roommate he needed some privacy. And he needed him to allow him to have some moments by himself in the room. Thank God for his roommate. Thank God for his roommate. Mac was going through some stuff. We treat mental health and substance abuse clients. Sometimes there's not enough time to treat everything, but we do the best we can because they both have to be worked on simultaneously in order to have the best success. Matt completed the program. We did family therapy with his mother. We had weekly sessions with him, his mother, and I. And we talked about Max's problem. Max got honest. Max talked about the demons that he was facing. And Max kept assuring her that he was not going to leave. He was going to complete the program. Max did that. So Max went home. Max continued to participate in the aftercare, outpatient program. His mother helped him sign up for an outpatient, intensive outpatient. He attended those groups 3 times a week. He signed up for mental health therapy because he needed that. And he showed up at every session. Sometimes his mother and his father would accompany him. About a week later, his mother called me. And she said, Max was gone. She came home from work to find Max had hung himself in the doorway of the bedroom as soon as he entered the house. I consoled her and I got off work and I drove to the house, to her house. And she was in bad shape. She was in bad shape. Mental health is real. This job that we do is very important. It's sensitive. It's real. We're dealing with people's lives on a daily basis. This is a job you gotta want to do because you want to help somebody else. It can't be because you want to help yourself. You gotta go get your help. Well, you need to go get your help so that you can be in the best position here in your job capacity to be the best you can be for the people you try to serve. I needed my recovery at that moment. I'm very grateful for a foundation of recovery. And I had to call them to prepare me for what I was riding into. I think there was about an hour and a half ride without the radio, with the window cracked. Thinking about how I was counseling this young man and how he wanted to make it. He didn't use. He didn't self-medicate. He held on to his recovery. When I got to his house, the family met me at the door. I met the father first. I met his brother second. I met his aunties. His mother was in the bedroom. They showed me the bedroom. I stayed in there for about 2 hours with her. And I came back to the funeral. And I stood on guard at the funeral, at the casket, for the duration of the funeral, for the total of about 3 hours. Because the mother stood there, leaning on the casket. She couldn't let go. All I was thinking about was, God, what am I to do next? My purpose for life was to be there at that moment for her. And it keeps getting greater and greater and greater and greater and greater. I had to reflect back to the day I surrendered. And I asked God to help me change. And I doubled back and asked God, when you help me change, use me to help somebody else. That was 25 years ago. I went to school and my major was psychology. I never would have imagined. I didn't know what I wanted to be, but I just called out psychology because I was familiar with the terminology. But little did I know, it was for a reason that I was taking up psychology. That's the reason I'm a MISA client, a MISA counselor, because I want to understand mental health. I want to help. This is Mental Health Month. If you get around and talk to somebody, do so. If you're going through something, talk to somebody about what you're going through, do so. Don't isolate. Don't hide out. Get honest. Find somebody you can be honest with about what's going on with you. Share those inner secrets, those begaboos. I talked to the moms. She had agreed to come, but then when she thought about it, she talked to me back the next morning. She said it was too overwhelming. She said that she was struggling with his father, who had a relapse. He had some recovery before. When that happened, he relapsed, and he hadn't been right since. And she said if he came, he would probably be under the influence. I assured her that Hobbs would understood if he showed up under any condition. But if he didn't, if he couldn't, we understand that too. But we want to offer this award to the people that brought Hobbs brought Maxx to the program. And they are
Present. We decided to, somehow keep Maxx in our hearts, or in his memory alive. Like everybody that comes through those doors, they're always going to be an alumni of Hobbs. Maxx is forever going to be remembered as one of our alumni. It's a little sad how we're remembering Maxx, but at the same time, this isn't the good book, the AA book. Some are going to die for others to live. And I hope that Max's death does not go in vain. And there's one thing that we would like to strengthen our program, mental health program at Haas, so we can reach those participants suffering from mental health. So Cassandra, please, with time, send that plaque to Max's family for us, and thank y'all for being our partner. All right, would you like to say something?
So Maxx was very near and dear to my heart. To be honest with you, I had a great partner, Mr. White, Maxx was one of my very first cases when I came on to South Valley Voices of Recovery. So this hits me very hard to see this today. The honor to be here in his memory. He was a beautiful soul, and I pray for him all the time. And he's also in our memorial.